Between Sessions handles a variety of mental health and sexual issues using adult language. Listen at your own risk. Well, hello, and welcome to Between Sessions. I am Shauna Wilder, licensed professional counselor and certified holistic sex therapist, and I know what you're thinking, but I did maybe actually have the best sex this weekend.
That's what I like to hear.
And with me, as always, is Sid the producer. Hi, Sid.
Hi, guys.
Hello. So, what's going on? What do we have on the schedule today?
So, we're having a fun little theme today. It'll be great.
Okay.
It seems that we're getting a little more... We'll get a little more risque this week.
Ooh.
And just see what we can actually come up with. I've got a few calls, and let's see how you react to them.
Okay, love it. What's up? Who's up first?
All right, first off, we have JC, and we had a phone call in as a message on our Google Voice.
Okay, love.
So anybody out there who has any kind of questions, you can call Rain Shiner 24 hours a day.
682-422-7732.
And you can give us a call, and we will play it live on air. You can say your name, or you can make up a name if you want.
That's right. We won't tell.
We might tell.
No, stop.
So JC is first, and they're having an in-law problem.
Okay, great.
Hi, my name is JC. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 3 years, and we have a 1-year-old baby girl together. My birthday is in May, and it always falls really close to Mother's Day, but that hasn't really mattered until now. I've never really been a girly girl, and I don't like spending money, but my favorite handbag started dying on me, so I started looking around for a replacement.
Okay.
I found a Coach bag that I could live with happily for years if need be. It was pretty expensive, but it feels justified to me if I'll be using it for a long time. Girl math.
Okay.
I told my boyfriend he could get it for me as a combo birthday, Mother's Day gift to help offset the cost, like combining 2 gifts into one. I sent him the link online and even showed it to him in the store one day when we were out at the mall.
That's a lot of
Each
footwork.
time he would smile and tell me not to worry, like it was going to happen.
She should just give him the
He's
receipt.
been working as an electrician finally after his apprenticeship, so I thought he was okay with it. Anyways, so we go out with his mother for Mother's Day, and to celebrate my birthday, like a joint celebration. She got me a small gift for my birthday, and I got her a card for Mother's Day.
Somebody's
being
First,
thoughtful.
as a grandmother now.
Yeah.
But then my boyfriend gives her a big bag, a gift for Mother's Day, and it was my handbag. At first, I thought it was a joke. I was just stunned. And then I got up and went to the bathroom and cried.
I want to be the waiter at
I
that
came
table.
back out. My boyfriend looked pale, like he realized he'd upset me. I just left. I grabbed my daughter and walked out.
Yeah.
It was a really tense drive home, and then I just lost it on him after his mom was gone.
I'm so
He
curious.
said it was no big deal and that he wanted to get his mother something nice, and all he could think about was the handbag. I am so beyond hurt and angry. And there's no way he can buy me the same bag, and I won't think about it every time I see it. He says I'm overreacting and being materialistic, and that he knew I was really like this. And now it's been months, and it's just been swept under the rug. But I'm still hurt and angry, and I don't know what to do.
Can't she just wait for the mom to be done with it? Just
No.
get a second.
No. It's that's gotten pooped on bad. That's bad. Okay. So first of all, you are not materialistic. Period.
Facts.
Ultimate point. Period. Right? Like you were waiting until you're one bag. You have one bag that you love the shit out of, and it's dying on you, and then you like price one out that you feel like is reasonable, but you do, and you do all the due diligence of telling him where it is and everything. Like this is quintessentially when guys go like, well, just tell me what you want. Like I have told you exactly what I want.
But it's almost to the point where it's fallen short because you didn't say, buy this for me.
No,
He could have
she
taken
did.
it as,
she said, I
it could
want
have been
this.
Mom.
No, she said, you can make this a joint gift for Mother's Day and my birthday. She even gave him that much. I'm letting you out of one other gift.
What would motivate someone to give it to their mother when they've had so much clarity?
Listen. If I was to try to give this man any benefit of the doubt,
Okay.
which is a stretch.
Stretch.
Okay, but let's try the devil's advocate once, right?
Pull on the
Okay.
leg.
Maybe now that he finally has some money, he wanted to show his mom something really nice, and he just doesn't know nice. So his wife said, I think this bag is nice. And he was like, okay, great. Now, do I think that that's... Don't make that face. Do I think that that's a good excuse? I absolutely do not. Could I expect to hear that from somebody? Yes, maybe.
It can't be uncommon.
It's not uncommon.
It can't be uncommon. This has to happen all the time.
The biggest problem here is, did you catch the timeline of this?
Yeah, I was about to say, how long have they been together?
This is, no, not that part. This is bubbling for her since Mother's Day.
Oof.
Where are we now?
We are really far.
We're really far away from that, right? So this has been simmering still for her. And she's just now calling in about it.
Wow.
And he said the magic words, it's no big deal, and she's overreacting. So
after she's been ruminating about it for
so a big old F you
right.
about your feelings.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, even better.
Great.
So, okay, so a couple problems here. So number one, here's what I think. Here's my advice. Okay, it's been so long right now, and it's been swept under the rug. That tells me that you probably don't have the type of relationship where you can bring these things up and get an adequate address for your feelings. Okay. Right. That probably if you have tried to bring it up, he's done the whole, why are you always bringing up old stuff? Or you're not over that yet. Or again, like you said, like, no, it's just proof you're materialistic. Like none of that feedback is good. None of that tells you that you have a partner that's wanting to actually like listen and understand you. What you want in life, especially somebody that you're going to raise a kid with, is someone who can put their hand up and say, hey, I made a mistake. I did something wrong. Even if I had all the best reasons, I did hurt you for it, and I apologize for that, and we can learn to move forward. That's not really what you got right now, okay? But the question you've got right now is like, so what do I do with this? Because, I don't know, maybe you're living together if you have a kid, probably living together, right?
You have to.
They've been together a little while. I think she said like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the question is, do I blow up my whole relationship over a handbag? And to a woman,
a lot family, you have a brand new child.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to women, that sounds ridiculous. But if you look at the underlying issues of it and what that tells you about how we constantly relate, it may be a bigger issue.
Right.
So
this has got to be a sub.
Yeah.
This happens all the time in the relationship.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Right.
Is like, this is probably not the first time.
For her to just be bringing it up, this has been something this was just the straw.
This is the latest manifestation of a string of behaviors, probably. And if that's the case, then you really do need to think about like, okay, where are we going and what are we doing? Because this could be a one-off or this could be your entire life. And the biggest problem with this is that if he won't stop and listen to how you feel about it, it doesn't sound like he can even like hold space with how bad it makes him feel about himself just to listen to how bad he made you feel. You don't have a lot of future with that person. So you need somebody who's got a little bit of an ability to hold negative feelings, to be able to talk about them and figure out how to move past them.
And make sure you can grow together.
Yeah. Also, I would say on top of it, like, there's a lot of messaging coming from his end that's trying to throw you off and get you confused about yourself and your motives and things like that. And I understand how hard that can be when you're living with a partner. But rest assured, you're not materialistic. You're not making a big deal out of nothing. This is a big deal. I think anybody would think that this is a big deal. He just doesn't want to hear that it's a big deal because hearing that makes him feel bad about him. And so he really is, in a lot of ways here, putting his feelings way over and above yours.
Your hurt is very validated.
Yeah. But one of the things I talk to my couples about very often is in a relationship, it's kind of like a tree. And if the tree is kind of young and we do some negative stuff to it, it's like taking a chop at the tree. Okay. So your tree is only about 3 years old. And this was a pretty big chop. And again, like we were saying, maybe some of the other times that you've tried to communicate about things and they haven't gone well are also chops. And there's going to be only so many times when you can keep chopping at that tree before it's damaged and it won't grow and it falls over. So make of that what you will. Maybe a good idea if he's amenable to do some kind of counseling around this.
Everyone should do counseling around this.
And again, not just the purchase, not just the gifting, the underlying, do we care about each other's feelings or not?
Do you validate what I have to say more than anything?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound like that's an avenue of their communication that they can work on.
Well, I also want to see if there's like hypocrisy in this relationship. Like, is she supposed to care about his feelings, but he doesn't have to care about hers?
I'm curious.
That's why I said, is it we are going to care about each other's feelings? Right?
Right.
Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander, motherfucker. And it better be.
That's true. That's true.
So
I want to know the mother's relationship. Like,
I know.
Is it like a single mom situation and he's finally started making money and he wanted to do something? Like,
yeah. And you know what? She might have a very good foothold here to have a private conversation with the mother about
that would have been my first suggestion. Have you talked to the mother about this?
Yeah. Because the mother cares enough to get her a gift. She's a thoughtful mother. Right. Sounds like there's a good relationship there. you know, and the mother might be kind of disappointed to hear that our son did this.
Yeah, I was about to say they can't be close enough that the mother didn't know that this was a thing that she could have been able to say that's probably not a good idea.
Exactly. He's never too old for a little bit of learning.
So he's not communicating with his mother well.
It's not.
I'm just saying it's following a course here.
His mother, his wife.
It is what it is.
Yeah, he's not looking good in this one. Oof.
That was a big one.
That was a big one.
That was definitely a big one.
Man, in-law stuff is so tricky. That's not. It's only a little bit of in-law stuff, but man.
You haven't even included the other side of the parents. There's two more people in the world that you have to consider on that one.
Oh, yeah, I know. Exactly. God forbid she tell her mother about that.
But for the price of that Coach purse, you could have seek counseling with a copay. So we're all on the same page.
You know, retail therapy, couch therapy.
Sometimes it's cheaper.
Take your pick.
That's how you look at it.
You're so bad. Let's talk supplements for a second. I get asked about this constantly, and there's really only one company that I trust, Private Room Supplements. Bliss is my favorite go-to for women. It's a well-researched, science-backed supplement formula designed to support women's sexual health, libido, and satisfaction. This superior ingredient cocktail enhances blood flow, balances hormones, reduces stress, and improves overall sexual functioning. There's just nothing out there on the market that even compares to it. Use code BLISS at the link below for 15% off.
This man I've been seeing was feeling sick 2 weeks ago. It was after 11, and we were in his bed when he let out a horrible fart. It sounded like a gunshot or firecracker. He ran into the bedroom, changed his underwear. He's tried to know him my sleep type for 2 years. He was very funny, but I wanted to know anything about how my body smells or works, no sounds. He talks about it repeatedly, so it is important to him for me not to use the bathroom or fart at his house.
Yikes.
He brought up wanting to build something and being exclusive when we went out to town together, and I started basing all my decisions off that conversation that he claimed not to remember several weeks later. It was late at night when we were talking, but he did not seem drunk or obviously impaired. And we were on our way to dinner when two women texted him. His phone was connected to his car, so their names came up, and then he made some comment about these women want to get off the bench. I didn't react to his comment, but I was really shocked. The next day we talked about the relationship talk he initiated on vacation. He claimed he didn't remember anything, and it didn't happen. He also said that his therapist says that he needs to be single for at least 3 years.
I think
he
I'd
also
agree.
lied about his age on Hinge. He said he was 51, but he just turned 55.
Oh.
Then last Thursday night, I went out with a girlfriend and accidentally got drunk. Came to meet us in a bar. My girlfriend was also hammered, so she called an Uber from the bathroom and then left. He ended up dropping off at the hotel where I was staying with my friend. His college-age daughter was staying with him. When we talked about it on Sunday, he said that my behavior is a giant red flag, and he doesn't know if he can look past it.
Yikes.
Regardless of the fact that it hasn't ever happened since I was in my early 20s. He also told me that my friend left because I was so out of control, and that was not true. I felt guilty from Friday until we spoke on Sunday because he used to date an alcoholic. I hated to do anything that is triggering or upsetting to him because of his history. His brother is also an alcoholic.
That's hard.
My question is, out of all of these behaviors, which would you say is the most problematic?
The lying on Hinge.
Now, what?
Blanket statement.
First of all, is this a prank?
I don't know. It can't be because there's so many 50-plus men lying on Hinge. Like, I want, like,
No,
that's
I
where the
just meant
credibility came
all of the every. Like, this
from.
is...
The bodily, what 50-plus-year-old cares about bodily functions?
Well...
Especially when they've already been in a marriage.
Stop. Just shut up. I feel like I'm going crazy for a second here, okay? So, on the one hand, he can literally shit the bed, but you're not supposed to have a little toot. So that's supposed to be just fine. That's fine with everybody. We're accepting that.
That's the scales.
What was I just saying about hypocrisy?
Oh,
we cannot have a two-way street when it comes to buttholes.
I want to know.
This is not
what her age says on Hinge.
No.
Let's go full hypocrisy on here.
Stop.
This is ridiculous.
Stop. Okay. So let's see. So there's that. Then there's the all of the relationship talks where he has like selective amnesia about what we've talked about. And she's building a life around a farty bunghole.
So was he drunk? I didn't catch that he was drinking.
No.
He just had a conversation that he didn't remember?
No.
That's called Alzheimer's.
He just says that he doesn't remember that conversation. And then she says that there was a conversation that he started about the relationship that he doesn't remember either. So it doesn't matter who starts it. He just decides at some point, like,
what's important, what's not.
Didn't happen. Okay, cool. So let me count the ways. Let's see what else. And you're seriously sitting here asking, what is the biggest red flag out of this circus tent full of red flags?
That's a good question.
The biggest red flag is that you are not listening to yourself, sweetheart. That is the biggest red flag. The guy is garbage, admittedly, but like, why are you confused and why are you picking through this pile of shit to try to find a pearl in the middle of it? Like, I really don't understand that. Like, maybe there's a thing about like, I don't think there are men around my age that are good men, or like I've been through the apps for too long. And so I'm just kind of hanging on to a guy.
But this is an example of that, not an exception of that.
I also just think this is a continuation of like us trying to like platform men's feelings more than our own. Or you could just say a partner. You could just say a partner. We could just take the men and women thing out of it. If you're asking yourself, how should I best care for his feelings when he's just not really, like, you're not even allowed to poop in his house.
Because he doesn't want to smell it. That would be offensive. Because
women aren't supposed to have buttholes, apparently, or something. Like, I don't understand. But she also I think she said the audio was but I think she said even like anything about bodily functions.
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
But I bet he wants to rent that body occasionally, right?
Doesn't want to take ownership.
But you don't want to know anything about what happens with it. Okay.
My big red flag for this whole situation is listen to the therapist. He does need to be single for 3 years.
He does.
He needs really to learn what is acceptable in this modern world.
This makes me think of 10,000 times I've seen people get out of a relationship and then they just think, oh, well, what was wrong in that relationship was just the partner. So I just need to go find a better partner and everything will be fine.
Or the exact opposite partner.
Right, exactly.
And it fixes the whole thing.
And there's no looking at yourself and what you're doing.
Right, no examination.
No insight. Okay. I don't think this guy has insight about what's going on. And if he is in therapy, I don't know if he's talking about the things that are happening between the two of you, because it sounds like it doesn't matter to him because he's got you snowballed to think that it's fine and acceptable that you should never poop at his house. It's fine and acceptable that he just gets to forget conversations that you've already had. It's fine and acceptable that he gets to make you feel bad about having a drink because other people in his life did. I don't think you would get to make him feel bad about things that he had done. Like, I'm getting that vibe. Yeah. That this is not, there's not a two-way street here with communication. So to me, that's the biggest red flag. Is you need someone who's willing to care about you and treat you as well as they expect to be treated. And this collection of crazy does not sound like that.
Doesn't have to be your monkey.
I don't think so.
Doesn't have to be your circus.
I don't. And just because you're kind of like new to the dating scene again at this age, like, sure, I get it, but you might want to ask yourself, like, are there things that I believe I should accept about a male partner that I don't actually like? Like bad physical hygiene. The number of times that I see TikTok videos about guys that leave skid marks on the bed sheets after sex.
That's the red flag.
I'm not kidding. It's often. It's very often. Or men who say that they won't wipe or wash themselves in the shower because that's gay. Yeah. Like, what crazy town are we living in? If you have to sanitize your sheets after sex, just plain old vanilla sex, I don't think you're living right. I don't know if that's something you should just be letting go, right?
Just think of your sheets as like a metaphor for your life.
Because would a guy be okay if you shit the sheets? Probably not.
No, absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially that guy.
Yeah, especially that guy. You can't even do it in the bathroom where it's supposed to happen. Oh, I swear. I don't. So this is what kills me about people with dating. They'll ask me questions like this and I'm like, hey, it's very simple when you make it simple. The problem with a lot of people who are dating is they don't really have a clear outline of like how good treatment looks, like what the actual behaviors are from a person that you want to be involved with. And that's what that's what my new dating course is over. It's all about the behaviors, right? So we really drill down into like, how does the person that you want to be with walk and talk?
Yeah, because if you think about dating, it's very daunting. Like it's a lot of meeting new people and doing all the things.
Yeah.
But you also, if you've been in a marriage, you've been in a relationship for a long period of time, I personally know that I felt that you don't know what it is out there now anymore. No. You don't have an association with it. You don't know the new dance. You don't know all the other things. So it's always good to like refresh and have something to like come back to on that.
I think to your point too, after you've been in a long-term relationship, you've kind of had like the blinders on to it. Like you've been, it's almost like emerging from a cult. Like you've been, had this mindset put on you of like, this is how it shall be. And then when you get out there, a lot of times you can start just like replicating that again without thinking about it. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, like I get a lot of people who'll say like, well, I want someone who's going to be active. And it's like, what does that actually mean?
But they don't like to hike.
What does that look like? Or if they don't like to hike, or if they do like to hike, how does that go when we do it?
True.
Is he yelling at me because I'm too slow? Is he not wanting to actually take pictures? He's just trying to like race to the top, or he goes on trails that aren't safe.
Right.
You know, like, or is it every weekend?
Yeah. Is he going for trails that you both aren't on the same level on?
Right.
I mean, there's a metaphor. There's a metaphor in that. You can all take that.
One. So that's the beauty of the program that I started, is to really help people understand like you can talk about a quality, but how does that quality then manifest so that you can check and see if you actually see it in real time.
Oh, that's interesting.
There you go.
And help you know what you're actually looking for.
That's right.
It's great.
Gotta get better at it.
It makes digging through the pile a lot easier.
Digging through a pile of crap to find a pearl.
There you go.
That was my winning metaphor of the day, I guess.
Wishing for the pearl.
That was fucking crazy.
That one was wild.
I'd be out of there, man.
Yeah.
A sheet-rending fart in the middle of the night. What'd she say? It sounded like a gunshot went off?
He had to go change his underwear.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I mean, at least he changed his underwear. You know, like he's a little self-aware. He's done some work. I'm gonna put it out there because he didn't just sit in it.
That's fair.
And he was wearing underwear.
God, that's grim though, Sid.
That's the bar. God. That's where we are in this world.
You sound like you're saying the bar could be lower.
We could find it. We could find
Just because it's out there doesn't mean we should sign up for it.
I mean, he could not have sheets.
No bed frame. Just a mattress on the floor.
On the floor.
At 55.
I got divorced a few years back. I'm still kind of growing into it. Like, yeah, you definitely are growing into it.
One brown lumpy pillow that he's had since like middle school.
This is
terrible.
Life. This is the life we live.
Oh my God. Most of us were never taught how to do relationships. We're just guessing and wondering why everything feels so hard. That's why I built the sex therapy community on School, our private space to learn the stuff nobody teaches you about communication, trust, conflict, intimacy, and repair. I take what works in my therapy sessions and make it practical. Short lessons you can finish during lunch, fill in the blank scripts for difficult conversations, and weekly live Q&As where we work through real situations together. Here's the thing. I can only help so many people one-on-one, but inside School, you get the same tools plus a community of people working through similar challenges. It's education and support, so you can actually practice between sessions. If you're tired of waiting for change and want to start growing, join us. Link is in the notes.
Yeah.
You know what one of my favorite questions to ask couples is? I'll ask male and female couples, raise your hand if you've ever masturbated to go to sleep.
Who doesn't?
The women.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was about to say, not the ones I know.
Most of the clients that are on my couch, married couples, the guy will be like, yeah. And the woman's like, mm-mm.
No way.
I'll specifically say, too stressed to sleep or too stressed to focus, and you'll masturbate.
Yeah.
And they'll say, the women never will.
Is it because it just takes longer? Like, is it just more work?
It's not close to our sexual response. If you think about men's sexuality, there is some tension needed there.
Right.
You know? And when men orgasm, it's like, kind of thing, right? And when women orgasm, it's like, and if women are anxious, what are you going to do there?
Yeah, it's not nothing.
It's like the physical state of anxiety is very far from the physical state of arousal for women.
Wow.
So if you're stressed and full of things upstairs, that is the last thing I want to do.
Yeah. Especially if you have to put in more work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
Yeah, because to go from anxiety stress town to sexual town, I'd have to pack a bag, get on a plane, and fly to it.
Ugh.
That's how far away it is. So you get two people that work a job, have kids, and they hit the bed at night.
Mm-hmm.
And for guys, if sexy town and anxiety town are neighbors, they're
Right
like,
next to each other.
hey. Yeah. And so then they come together and it's like, she's way over here and he's way over here. And he's like, what do you mean? And she's like, what do you mean? So it doesn't work.
I would love to know what the numbers are between male and female preferences for sex, if it's day or morning or night.
Oh, yeah.
Because I definitely see more men at night just because of that fact.
Yeah.
Of like, it's a really good stress reliever, but most women don't. It's not like on their bucket list of, oh, this will put me to sleep.
Women are like coming down. And like to have sex, they'd have to like go back up again and then go down. Yeah.
And right, you might drop hard with but
yeah.
What are the odds?
Or you might lay there going,
and he's asleep.
Afterwards, like, good for you. Sometimes if a woman has an orgasm, she's still like, do.
I know
It doesn't necessarily knock us all the way out.
Yeah, I've known plenty of women that it like energizes them. You might as well have just given them more Adderall.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, okay.
So great. Now I'm just laying here going, okay, well, now it's 11:30 and I'm wide awake.
And I'm useless. Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly how that
And he's just over there.
works. That's why you
All right. Quick shout out to Ritual Hair Co. in Dallas for keeping us camera ready and feeling human. Look, self-care isn't just a pretty face mask or bubble bath. Sometimes it's letting a professional make you look like the best version of yourself, the one that has their life together. The team there gets that, and they've been taking care of us behind the scenes this whole time. If you're in the Dallas area, mention Between Sessions when you book, and they'll hook you up. Details in the description. All right, so who do we have next?
All right, so next one we have Bethany, and she has a question about a new relationship that she is starting and has a very important question to ask you.
Okay. Hi, Bethany. How can I help?
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So I'm 41 and just getting back into dating after 13 years of a terrible marriage.
Woof.
Okay.
I met a guy through the dating apps and we've been talking daily for about a month.
Daily?
And we've gone out 3 times. Yes. We both agreed that we don't want a serious relationship, so we were just keeping it as friends with benefits.
Okay.
There's a ton of chemistry there, and we're moving towards sex. But when I told him that I have a boundary, that we have to use condoms, he said he wasn't sure about that. He said he's not sleeping with anyone else, and neither am I, and even offered to show me his most recent STI test results, and that he hates condoms and doesn't want to use them. So now I guess he's just throwing me away because I have a boundary about using condoms.
Ooh.
I mean, are we really going to be that childish at this age? Like, I don't see why it's such a big deal that he has to use a condom if we're going to have sex.
Yeah, you would think at their age, Dave.
So I could equally say, I don't see why it's such a big deal for you to mandate condoms.
Okay.
Right? You have a boundary that you want to use condoms. He has a boundary that he does not. And he's trying to tell you about all of the steps that he's willing to go through to not have to use condoms. And that's not acceptable for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's okay for him to have a boundary. My biggest question here is the way that you're talking about this doesn't really sound like a friends with benefits situation to me.
Yeah, it sounds like you're more into him.
Yeah, it sounds like you're having actually like a relationship. Like this has been 3 dates, talking daily for over a month, and you haven't had sex yet. Sounds like you're establishing a friendship and a relationship before sex. And so I'm not negative on either one. I'm not negative on you having a relationship, and I'm not negative on you having a friends with benefits, as long as you understand which one you're doing.
As long as you both understand where you're at.
Yeah. And it feels like for this, now that we've hit this wall with the sex, like there's all these feelings coming up. you said, so like he's just going to like throw me away. Like that sounds like abandonment talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how this is feeling?
Kind of. I mean, I just think I'm saying what I want, and this person's saying, forget it.
Yeah. Right. But I think it's bothering you that that's happening. Right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because you've had all this time together and you've gotten to know one another and like one another, right?
Yeah. There's a certain amount of relationship happening there.
Right.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is actually like what I would really term a friends with benefits situation.
It's definitely growing.
It is, but even if it's just going to be that, like it's a mismatch now, obviously, because of the condom situation.
Mm-hmm.
And although, I suppose I could get it. You're still, in the age range where you could get pregnant. And, we live in a weird police state these days with pregnancy. So I do understand that. I'm not trying to talk you out of your boundary. I'm just saying, let's let this one, let's catch and release this guy and go fishing again. Because like, if it's not in alignment, it's not in alignment and it's not a negative for you.
Right.
And it's not like there's, it's not like he's saying you're just not worth anything if I can't use a condom. That's not what's happening. But if he's got a boundary with that, and supposedly the main focus of the relationship is the casual sex, which is usually what a friends with benefits is.
Right.
It's more about the benefits than the friendship. Then I don't know if this is like the right one for you. And honestly, I don't know if you're really in kind of like the right orientation to have a friends with benefits. I think you might actually want a relationship. You might just kind of be scared of them right about now. And I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean that because I'm having a reaction at all, that I feel like I'm being thrown away, that I'm looking more for a relationship, whereas if I was okay with it being real light and friendshipy, I could just let it go without being upset about it?
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you got a little too much feelings wrapped up here in this. And, a friends with benefits isn't really supposed to be like that. That's the whole point, isn't it? A friends with benefits. So you're trying not to get your feelings hurt. You're trying not to get.
It's almost impossible, though. Like going into those situations, being able to divide the two things is almost impossible. And the idea, the condom situation specifically for me seems like he might be bringing to it that he might be more emotionally invested in the situation of, well, I know we're going to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that could also be a possibility. But that is just like your boundary, he has his boundary. He's not interested in condoms. You are interested in condoms. So
but even with that, if we're going to be in a relationship and you're disregarding my fears about pregnancy,
true, then
maybe we shouldn't be in a relationship.
Right. What's that communication look like?
Yeah. But again, is this a relationship? So that's what I'm saying.
The friendship part, well, yeah, because there's a friendship. Like we're saying friends with benefits. So there's friends. So there's some kind of responsibility we have to caring about the other person. It's saying friends with benefits, but then only wanting to be like F buddies, like is not, it's different.
And
like
again,
we are saying friends.
That might be another mismatch that you guys might have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a real possibility.
I could just be somebody to care more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not saying either one. Basically what I'm saying is neither one of you are bad for feeling the way that you're feeling. It's just not lining up. And it doesn't mean that he's throwing you away or doesn't find value in you. It's that we've come to an impasse. And then, respectfully, maybe we don't go anywhere from here.
Right.
So
I can't press for it because we're friends.
I would say have the conversation, but know that you've already put in. I mean, a lot of it has to do with the fact that you've already put in 4 weeks, and it's what's 6 weeks going to look like. It's just it's better to have the conversation now than have the conversation later.
Yeah, that's true. These things are tricky.
Little sans glace.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for calling, Bethany. I hope that helped. If anybody has any,
thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, that's terrible.
I know. It is. It really is. And I think that, the friends part means so many different things to so many different people.
I've always been confused with the term friends with benefits because it really is that simple that you can be more focused on the benefits versus the friends. And then your partner could be more focused on the friends and have the benefit be the the side part of
I
it.
think it's what we define as the benefit. Because I think for her...
Otherwise, you would just be friends.
Yeah, exactly. I think for her, the benefit is the friendship.
Yeah.
And I think for him, the benefit is the sex.
Is the sex.
You know?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
it's like, oh, I don't know. And I think it's that way with a lot of people. You know, it's that basic mismatch of like, well, what are we talking about? What exactly is this?
But that's the conversation that has to happen.
Yeah, but that's also the problem with those relationships in the gray area. And I'm not saying that they're bad. They're just more difficult because they take more, figuring out what exactly is this and what exactly are we doing.
Right.
Right. If you're just married, like the parameters are pretty clear.
Easy.
Yeah. If you're boyfriend and girlfriend, parameters are a little less clear, but more clear than friends with benefits. Like, do you introduce a friends with benefit to your other friends?
Right. You're living on the fringes of society.
Yeah.
Like, who knows?
It's the Wild West out here. We just make it up as we go.
There's been a rule book for a long time, and now we have to just figure out what that rule book looks like.
Exactly. But every time I hear people say friends with benefits, I just think like there's something there that they're trying to avoid by not having it be a full-fledged relationship.
Mm-hmm. Or there's something there that they're trying to gain by not just having a friendship.
Right. Exactly.
Like they're not getting enough out of a friendship that they have to add to it to create more value in what they have for their closeness.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
Blah. Dating's rough.
Dating is rough.
Was that the theme for this episode?
Yes.
Was it dating? Did I guess already?
Yes. You did guess already.
See.
That one was pretty easy.
You got to get better. You got to get harder at this stuff.
I have to simplify it. I got too hard on the last ones. You weren't figuring them out, so I have to make it.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, this is how it is.
This is how we roll, guys.
Make sure you check out the Substack.
Yes.
For everybody, check out the subscriptions and like, follow, and subscribe to us. Make sure that we have to keep doing this and getting everybody out there. So we want to make sure that everybody gets a fair access to everything that we're doing. We're
basically everywhere on all social media outlets. We're Between Sessions Pod or Between Sessions Podcast. So come look at us, follow us. It'll be great.
So we have a phone number. Call 24 hours, 7 days a week. If you get upset at your partner in the middle of the night and you decide you have a question
leave us a message
for Shauna, leave the message and we will play it. Use your name, use somebody else's name, use his name. Who cares?
It could be the dog's name.
We just want your concerns.
682-422-7732. That's 682-422-7732. Look at that. That's my radio voice.
There it is.
Okay. Big thanks to all of our guests today. If you have any questions or stories that you'd like to share on the show, please call us at 682-422-7732 or email us at hello@betweensessionspodcast.com. Please give us a like, a subscribe, and a follow on all platforms. Check out the website to get on our mailing list and stay updated for any local events. And as always, big thanks to our sponsors, Ritual Hair Care in Dallas. Ritual Hair Co. in Dallas. Oh, that was weird. And Private Room Supplements for all your sexual wellness needs.
If you haven't tried it, you should definitely go give it a look.
All right. I'll see you next session. All right. Now get out.